Virgo. This is your reading for this new moon. Coming up, 24 hours away really, technically, but it's just the continuum, isn't it, of the rhythms and cycles. So, this new moon in Pisces, let's get the storyline out today and we'll talk about that. So thanks for joining me, and do check out other videos. That titles stand out. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and thank you for liking and sharing, subscribing, all of that. I really appreciate it, Virgo. So let's see. Wow, we're often getting Virgos lately. The Magician coming out a lot. You are ruled as an earth sign, Virgo, ruled by Mercury, in fact. It's kind of a nice combination, isn't it? So let's just have a look. We come out here with the Nine of Wands, and speaking of the rhythms, of those luminaries, the sun and the moon, the general kind of movement there out in the wider cosmos. We see in this representation that central ninth wand, as I always say, creates a level of tension, but that's what allows it to continue to sort of shift, if you know what I mean. The Nine of Wands is often described as, or that it encompasses aspects of our behaviour, where we go through we exhibit sort of default habits in terms of our behaviours, where we react to things in the present time in a way that really belongs in the past. In some ways we need to kind of keep up with ourselves on that, or to be quite conscious of those default patterns here. There's some idea of a kind of fruition and completion within this for you too. We've got this beautiful, this is just, it is called, happiness, It's like the full expression, the full reception, in fact, of this bountiful Nine of Cups. It's just pouring out, And also, obviously, within that, as I said, reception. It's able to be received, to be recognised in its fullness. And that's about other people. It's about yourself, obviously, but other people come into that. Possibly, there's a Virgo out there that's been skimming along a very fine mercurial line, spreading a bit of joy out there, a bit of happiness for others. We've got the Magician, Adept, translating. There's often that thing with Virgo, you're translating information between different groups of people, different realms maybe, So this is pretty wonderful. And then we have, like all things come to a completion in order to begin again, or to start something new again. We've got the Four of Cups here. The wonderful Four of Cups in the Thoth deck is called Luxury. It is a moment in time. As I said, everything passes. Because the fours are such a solid, strong number in whatever, whether you're looking at cups or discs, whatever, swords. It's a solid, there's a solidity about all of the fours. The thing with the Four of Cups is that water is not really designed to be, static for too long, to be still. If there's no movement within that, things become stagnant. It is designed to flow. And there's an instability here, but that instability is more of the fact. What was I going to say? Because of the nature of that suit, because of the nature of the element of water, there's something within here that there's some possibly, you may well be, there's a beginning and an ending happening here all at once, but there's a continuum, if you know what I mean, if this makes sense. Because when I say, translating, whether it's information, whatever it is, between other people, you've been riding on a kind of line that goes beyond this in the practical world, if that makes any sense. So let's just see. Let's clarify, Virgo. Well, we've got too many coming out here. I'm just going to pop this. Oh, did it just go flat? Maybe. Oh, sorry. I think it did. Oh no, turned off. It's just getting a little bit of background music there. Anyway, Virgo, we'll shuffle them up. Let's get some clarification. This 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands here. We have the 10. Yeah. There's a slight element of a burdensome situation or some realization within yourself. This is about letting go of obligations that really aren't sort of serving you or are obsolete, really. We get into that habitual 9 of Wands here. There's a point at the 10 where we understand that at the 10 point, and we may not be that conscious of it, that it just feels like hard work all the time. Maybe there's a penny that drops and we are conscious of it, and we do realise specifically what those things are that we can actually afford to let go of and to release because they've become a little bit too heavy. We get the wonderful card here, the 4, another 4. In the 4 of Swords, we see making a choice, because we're the ones that make that choice. No one else gives it to us. This choice to rest, to have some respite and time out, because a lot of things come to us in that state. If you're doing a review, like whether it's in regards to, like, you're looking at work and how you want to do it. Do you want to change it? Do you want to shift it up? That kind of thing. We then have, maybe we want to be more experimental, Virgo. We've got this page of Wands here, of Rods. Experimental indeed, a learner's mind. Looking at learning more new things, maybe being a little bit more adventurous within our, well, I always think it's work, within our work, within our life. Sometimes we get attached to, there's no monetary, we're not going to lose out in a monetary fashion if we divert, if we go off on a tangent that interests us more or that satisfies us more. We can be experimental. I do see you as this Queen of Pentacles here. You don't have, you're not what am I trying to say here? You're not restricted by a lack of resources, because often that is something that we get attached to, and we think, oh, well, I can't go off and do this because how's it going to work? You know, I need to be performing this role that I have for a long time. I see you in a position to be able to be experimental, to take risks. For some out there, you're not restricted by what resources you have. Yeah. Let's look at the Magician, Virgo. Magician. Wow. No, you're not limited at all. We've got beautiful Justice with the red robes of personal truth and balance and all of that good stuff. We also have this Two of Wands. You have many, many ideas here in this Two of Wands. We understand what our resources are, speaking of resources, and what our authority is in our own life, you know. And maybe these are questions that you are asking yourself at this current time. Four of Cups, another four. We had that with the Four of Swords. There is or can be very beneficial reasons for taking time out. And the thing is, it is a personal choice, because no one can give you that. You're the only one that can. In that Four of Swords, we've got the Nine, so we know where these lie, these lovely cups. We've got 9 of them. We dust them, we got them there. Sometimes we can take them for granted, but we don't need to all the time. It's a happy, self-satisfied card. There's a large level of satisfaction within, if I'm talking about a general person, Virgo here, large level of satisfaction within your own life. But there is an idea or a need to just do some new things, or go on an adventure, or, you know, that kind of stuff. Four of Cups, please. For Virgo, this 4. Yeah, maybe it's a case of, you know, there's a level of negotiation going on with another person within this. As I do see that. We've got the 7 of Wands. Yep, it's about standing up for your own needs and wants and will. Standing up for your principles here and your integrity. Sometimes that's required, needed. We do like to think about the idea of picking our own or choosing times where it's necessary to do that. We don't need to be in this mode all the time. I mean, it's exhausting to be. And if we are in this mode all the time, we need to understand that we need both shoes on. We need even ground in order to do that if it is required. But it is you know, the elements of that card, that 7, are quite strongly about, you know, negotiation can be a fine and balanced exchange, or, you know, with another. It doesn't have to be banging the sticks. Meet. Yeah, interesting that it comes with that 4 of Cups. It's only a momentary thing or experience for you. It's not something that will last. if there's any conflict, I mean. We have red jasper. Beautiful card, Virgo. Nurture, determination, relaxing, and tranquility. Red jasper, beautiful card. And just one more from Brian Froud. Yes, this is all heralding as the trumpeter heralds on the trumpet, heralding a large level of transformation. I do get the idea that it may well be within a relationship as well, which I think maybe the last couple of readings there were elements of that for Virgos. So on that note, I hope you got something out of this reading. Remember, it is for entertainment purposes, for learning as well, because I know that, you know, some people like watching this if they're into tarot themselves. So on that note, take good care, Virgo. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next time. Ka kite. Bye.